Hello everybody, welcome to week 3. I want to do a little bit of looking back and mostly talk about module 5, Theory, Foundations, and Essential Questions, because this is going to be something that's going to take a little bit more creativity and a little bit more collaboration on your part. Alright, I have really enjoyed the conversation on digital natives. It's a question that I'm really not too sure about. It's Monday night as I record this video, and I have posted some responses today back in that discussion board. So if you're still want to get involved in that discussion, it's still active. This question about have students changed, it seems like the consensus is that students are changing, but it is a deep philosophical question. Donna brings up biblical references, and there is this overall idea of is it really true that man has changed, or are we just seeing, does it just seem to be that man is changing? So there's some a little bit more philosophical questions that are coming into that discussion. If you're interested in that sort of thing, please come back to the discussion board on digital natives. All right, now getting into the theory, foundations, and essential questions. I've restructured the discussion board. There had been 4 discussion topics up there, and we're only using one of those discussion topics. Is it developmentally appropriate? And what I did was I copied that discussion topic twice, and I restricted people to one of the 2 copies of that question based on the group that they're in. So while you're working through this project, you're only going to see the responses from your group members. And those groups were, one group was Amy, and Leah, and the other group was Dawn, Donna, Shannon, and Josh. Okay, so in the beginning of this module, you're going to be responding and summarizing some of the articles that I have posted up there. But I also invite you to do some extra research on your own, and I want to be loose about this. I'm not going to ask for APA citations. If you want to just go find things on the internet that seem interesting to you, or maybe even you're going to take some video that you see on YouTube of developmentally appropriate play or developmentally appropriate use of technology, and get some inspiration from that. So I want to make that a little bit wide open. But the last piece is that your group has to collaborate on some kind of product to express your ideas. So there's a few things I want to say about this. First, we've been building up to this. So we had the module on authentic technology in the classroom, where I try to get you to kind of say your philosophy and give some examples. And then we have the discussion on digital natives. So both of those 2 topics are really leading into this developmentally appropriate question. I'm not going to say that I'm looking for consistency. So if in your authentic technology in the classroom philosophy statement of what you believe in, you said, I think that children should be exposed to technology at advanced levels and frequently. I don't think anybody said that, but let's say you said that. And then by the time you got to the developmentally appropriate question, you rethought that and changed your mind. That's going to be okay. But I do want you to go back and look at what you said in your philosophy, and also go back and look at what you said about digital natives, and take that into account as you're coming up with your answer for what is developmentally appropriate. All right, and then the second thing that I want to say is the final piece of this is a collaborative work with your other partners. Now, if we had a larger class, what I was hoping for was that in the Tech Tips module, there would have been lots of presentations on collaborative tools, and then I could have suggested, okay, use this collaborative tool that somebody taught you, use this collaborative tool that somebody else taught you. And but we have a small class, and we didn't get too many of those kind of tools. So we really have 3 choices that you can use as groups to present something. First choice is Google Hangouts. You could do a little bit of planning together about what you want to say, get on a Google Hangout, and as if you were in front of the class, do a presentation together. Second option is Brainshark. You could do a group Brainshark. So you could develop a PowerPoint presentation, upload it, share a common username and password so that people can take turns getting online and recording their part of the presentation and post that. A third option is if you have some other idea that you can bring to the table, some kind of shared collaborative tool that can be done online to present your ideas. I really want to see the interaction here. So that's actually more important to me than consistency. So I'm not going to say so much that you have to be consistent from one module to the other, because I'd like to see you learning and changing your mind. But I do want to see the interaction between different people in the group. And if you don't agree, that's okay.